It's an exciting time to be anywhere around effective living, the platform. Yeah, why? Because we're celebrating, y'all. We are celebrating. We're celebrating. And what are we celebrating? We're celebrating the 1 year anniversary of the book, y'all. The book Effective Living. God's been good. God's been
Yes.
good. In the midst of a pandemic, we were able to release a book that's now helping thousands of people around the world figure out the principles necessary, practical principles for transforming their lives. I am joined with my good friend, Elder. Listen, we're so excited. Listen, when we were planning this series of conversation, right? I said, listen, I want some people who ain't afraid to declare what needs to be declared. Elder Della Major, what's going on?
Not a thing, Elder. Not a thing, Coach. Not a thing, Coach. You see, I got to give it to you. I'm almost calling you Elder, but not a thing, Coach. This
I
is
know.
nothing about you right now. This 1 year, wow, wow. What can we say? This book is just off the chain.
I am so glad you've been able to get your hands on the book, been reading the book, and just it's. I'm so proud of the project because when I was putting the book together and getting help, I said I wanted something that did not have style and fashion driven
Ah,
around it. I wanted it to have principles,
yes,
stuff that's universal, stuff that
that's
will
right.
last the test of time. That basically at the end of the day, no matter where you are in life, you can look at these things and start asking yourself, how can I apply what's in the book so my life can be transformed?
That's it.
Elder Major, tell our viewing audience a little bit about yourself before we dive into our talk.
You know what? I'm so excited to be here, and thank you for allowing me to be on this platform. Many of those who's even coming on who might know me, I am a kidney warrior, a survivor. I'm an elder in my church, but most of all, I'm basically what they call me in my world, a game changer.
Come
I'm
on.
all about empowerment and all about tearing down the walls of negativity, bringing about eradicating mediocrity.
Yeah.
So who I am, I go out, I'm an advocate, a patient advocate, and I'm an ambassador. But most of all, I'm just a child of God. I just love the Lord. I'm a survivor. I
Mhm.
keep saying that for a
Mhm.
reason. When we talk about effective living means more than just living. It's
Yeah.
intentional living, it's surviving and thriving. I just have to give
I
it to
love
you.
it. I love it. Listen, there are so many people going through so many things. And
Yeah.
after life has punched you down a couple of times, there are some people who had just given up. I love the fact that you started off the talk letting us know I'm a survivor.
That's it. I'm
If
a
you're
survivor.
watching us today and you declared years ago that you're a survivor, you declared last year you're a survivor, you're about to declare right now you're a survivor, whatever you got to do, go ahead and put it in the comment section. I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor. That's right. That's
Ooh.
right. I'm an
I'm a
overcomer.
survivor.
I'm a
I'm an
survivor.
overcomer.
Come on.
I'm a survivor. I'm an overcomer.
That's it.
See ya. I'm a fighter.
Let's go. Let's
I'm a
go.
fighter. Now, Elder, how
Yeah.
important is it for fighting, man? Because I know you've had your share of blows. I've had my share of blows. If you
Yeah.
live long enough, life will send you a blow. I heard, I think it's John Hagee in a message that he preached years ago. He said, you're either in a problem, just got out of a problem, or about to go into a
Go
problem,
into a problem. That's
right?
right.
I mean, at the end of the day, but you have to declare, I'm a survivor. I'm a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I will win when it's all said and done. How important is that mindset when life throws you its greatest blows?
You know what? You got to know who you are. You got to know who you are. You got to know first of all that you are chosen by God. you are just not a mistake. And that's, you know what, I know we get into this, but that's the reason why I love chapter 4 of your book. Because chapter 4 in your book talks about believing yourself. And the very first line it talks about, it says, I'm not an accident. You are not an accident. You have been selected and chosen in your full makeup, no matter where you are. I'm from the west side of Chicago. Yes,
West
baby.
Side.
West Side. You know, and many of us, you know, being living in those streets, I always say, when you're living in those streets, you got to learn how to survive, because you just never know what the situation is going to be like. So being a survivor means that in spite of whatever you went through, in spite of whatever that's come your way, in spite of what the doctors say, in spite of what's happening even now, you're not an accident. You're an overcomer. You've been chosen. Your shoulders is thick to handle that situation. So living as a survivor, you got to know within yourself, I can make it. And effective living says, I can make it.
I can make it. Now, here's the deal. I like what she said. You gotta say it to yourself. You gotta know it within yourself. You gotta own this thing.
That's it.
You gotta own this thing. I'm a survivor. Listen, I like what you said too. You gotta have shoulders broad enough. Come on. Thick shoulders. Come on, broad shoulders, strong shoulders. You gotta tell yourself, he won't put more on me than I can bear. Come on. And with the help of God on my side,
that's it.
I got this.
That's it. You know,
I got this.
Coach, you know, it don't take much for me. They say it all the time. It don't take much, Della, because when you just really think about the goodness of Jesus, when you think about where you used to be, and you talk about that, I think that's chapter 9, when you talk about your past, when you really do a self-reflection of your past, and you think about, wow, I used to be like that. This is where I come from. And then you take 1 second to reflect on where you are now.
Yes. If it had, so they say, if it had not been for the Lord on my
side, where would I be?
Where would I be? Come on.
Come on.
You know, someone said to me, man, I got your book. I haven't gotten a chance to read it. Why should I read it? I said, my God, look at my life. The mere fact that I had the nerve to go ahead and decide to construct a book like this, I'm saying to you, let me tell you something. God has been so good to me that I figured out some of his principles, because he said, listen to what he said. I ain't going to preach. I'm just saying this, okay? Listen to what he said. He says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
That's it.
So in other words, you could be a child of God and not know. That's really what he's saying. It is possible for you to love him, but not have information to thrive in the earth. So after this life, you could be secure with him, but in the earth, you have a hard time because you don't understand the principles of living.
Come on.
Mike Murdoch says it this way. He said, oftentimes we accept the person of Jesus who died on the cross, but we reject the principles of Jesus, which helps us to live on earth. Well, here's what he did. He empowered me. He equipped me. He gave me life experiences. He allowed me to be able to educate myself. I put together the information that I discovered coming up from the streets. Come on, y'all. In the midst of all that what life threw in my way, I was able to say, you know what? This is a pretty good model. Not only is it a good model to put in a book, it's the model that I'm living by. How important, Della, how important is it for us to decide to live what we discovered and fight to live it? Because we know sometimes we don't feel like it. But that fight has to get to the place where you say, listen, I'm not going to stay where I am. I got to get over to the other side. How much should a person give to getting to the other side?
Look, let me tell you this. You said something very key, 2 things, and I'm going to jump right in on that question as well. Just got to go back. When you said destroy, see, the word destroy is not just really just destroy. It means rendered ineffective.
Ooh, come on.
Come on. When you're ineffective, then that means nothing that you do is going to accomplish anything. So the devil ain't worried about you because what you've been doing hasn't been achieving the goal from the beginning. But when you are in alignment with the word, when you are really focusing on, like you said, the principles of the word, that's what your book is sharing, the principles of the word, then you know who you are. So effective living says when you know who you are, when you get out of your head, because remember, chapter 4 talks about the battlefield in your mind. The battlefield in your mind tells you, hey, you know, I think I can, I should, I can. Oh, I don't want to do it. Okay, that's okay. You know, maybe I shouldn't. Oh, but because you see, you go back and forth with this. But the mind said, renew your mind, transform your mind. When you transform your mind, then you begin to speak those affirmations in the book. You got to get the book to know the affirmations. Speak those affirmations that I am an overcomer. I am a survivor. I am a winner. I shall receive all that God has for me. See, that's what this is all about. And every chapter in your book builds up on that. See, it's not about just reading the books, you guys. It's not just about reading the book, the Bible, and it's not about reading his book from Effective Living. It's about applying the principles.
Ooh, come on. Yep.
So it's important. You gotta read the book. You can't be effective and live intentional if you don't read the book.
If you don't read the book. Come on. Listen, write this down in the comment section, people. If you're watching us right now, oh my goodness. Elder, Della, listen, you blessing me this evening. Cherie is in there. She said, man, you got the dopest people on the planet joining you. Chicago is in the house. I told people, listen, I love Chicago, okay? I love Chicago, but here's the deal. Write this in the comment section. It'll work if you work it.
Write it. Come on, Eve. Come on. Put it in there.
It'll work
if you work it.
You got to get to the point. Well, you got to realize it'll work if you work it. Now, here's the deal. You said, Ricardo, I don't have time for that. The question is, what do you have time for? Because whatever you're doing right now is producing the results you're experiencing.
That's it.
You got to get to the point where you say enough is enough. So if enough is enough, I'm going to get the book. I'm going to work the book. I'm going to get the book. I'm going to work the book. I'm going to get the book. I'm going to work the book. Why am I going to work the book? Because here's the deal. When you really look at this book, the book is a tool. It's not just another book.
That's
so
it.
I say it's not a book. It's a tool. It's something you use to help navigate you to where you're trying to go. You are tired of going around in circles. You're tired of going around in circles. Well, here's the deal. I don't want to go around in circles no more. Listen, man, at some point, you got to say, hey, let me get off of this bus.
That's it.
Let me get off this bus. I am not going around in circles. Here's the deal. I was not created to live from crisis to crisis. No.
That's right.
I was created to be the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath, the lender and not the borrower.
Yeah.
The truth is, Elder,
yes,
the word will work if you work the word.
Yes, sir.
When we get the book, when we get our Bible, if we apply the book, and the book says, study to show yourself approved. Watch this. A workman needing not to be ashamed, rightly dividing. So you start realizing, hold on, something's wrong here, because the results does not align itself up with the manual. The manual says this, and then this is my results. I don't like my results because my results does not line itself up with the manual. In the bigger scheme of things, the Bible is our manual. There are support books. There are books that are supportive of the Bible that helps us to reinforce the overall message.
That's it.
This book, Effective Living, Beautiful People,
is
the book that I believe is a game changer for those who want to make some adjustments. Now, Della, when you bought the book, you were inspired to read the book. When you went ahead to get the book, you were inspired to read the book. Give us a little reason why.
Let me tell you this. I have watched you just in one of your shows, in one of the webinars. And, you know, that's when I first saw the book. And at first it was like, oh, okay, just another book. I was just selling it. But then at the same time, I've always believed in just supporting ministries. And because the conversation was really good and you was talking about that. And so I decided I'm a Kindle person, because like when I'm studying, reading, I like to have it right there. So I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna pay that. Let me just go ahead and get it on the Kindle version. Hey, let's be vulnerable and transparent. And so I began to read chapter 1. It was talking about your why. And when it started talking about your why, it made me begin to get in the mirror and look at myself and ask God this question: why me? Why? What is my why? Why did I have to, go through parental rejection? Why do I have to go through the suffering I did do? Why did I have to overcome, the situation of a divorce, a husband who left while I was sick? Why do I have to go through all this in my healing and health? Why did you let me live when I tried to take my life out? See, a lot of people didn't know that, hey, this 15-year-old girl at that time, I was done.
Yeah.
You know, but I realized over the course of time, I had purpose. And so when I started reading your book, and I started seeing how each chapter was connecting and bringing about an understanding to my why, and especially when I got to chapter 4, dealing with that identity for me, that self-esteem, talking about who I am, and then chapter 7 started talking about the healthy habits, and I was like, you know what? He got something. So instead of me playing with it, I went back and I started studying your book. Not just reading it because it was just read. I couldn't go past chapter 7 because it's like, oh no, I'm missing something. So I had to go back to chapter 1, and I've been studying it ever since.
Wow.
This book is so transformational, and that's what I'm about. I'm about change. I have a mantra that a change brings a change. So your book actually coincides with who I am and what I represent. I represent change. I represent empowerment. I represent overcoming, surviving, allowing people to understand your situation does not dictate your outcome. And every chapter, it outlines and your story so interwoven into it. And it's just like, man, you sure not my brother, because I swear he was sounding just like me. And I got so excited about it. So I've been telling everybody about the book.
Yes. Thank you so much. Listen, guys. Listen, Elder Della Major is joining me today. I love Chicago. My Chicago people is representing on the Effective Living platform tonight. And we're talking about the Effective Living book, guys. The book is available on the website. If you want a signed copy, you got to go to the website, okay? I'll sign the copy, put a note in there to you, or you can go to Kindle and you can get it there. Listen, it's on Amazon. It's wherever book is sold, but you want that signed copy, you want that Ricardo Miller version signed copy, go to the website, ricardomiller.com, and get your copy. Now, Della, when you looked at the book, and I can tell you were all through the book. I mean, you were all over the book. What chapter has become your chapter? You're like, hey,
you already know. I started off with that chapter. Yeah. Chapter number 4.
Chapter number 4.
Chapter number 4 talks about deal. But let me go to chapter number 4. Give you the exact title, y'all, because I want y'all to get into chapter number 4. Remember, mine's on the Kindle. So let me give you chapter number 4. Chapter number 4 says, believe in yourself. Because it starts right here. And you know what I loved about it is that very first line. That mantra, when you said, say it out loud. I am not an accident. I am handcrafted by God, and his hand of purpose is upon my life. I'm a mover. I'm a shaker, and I'm a world changer. That's what I've been called. I'm called a game changer. And exactly what I have in my house is exactly what's on my shelf. I'm a world changer. I am here to live an intentional, fulfilling, balanced life. You know, you have to have those balances, because sometimes when you allow all the negativity that try to latches on, you know, it builds up so much to the point that you begin to actually act out that, and then you get so busy trying to, you know, overturn what somebody's word or thing said, to the point that you lose the intentional what God has purpose for you. He said he can't give us life and more abundantly, right? So more abundantly life doesn't mean I need to be bogged down with negativity, negative thought, negative people, and everything. But the first thing I had to deal with me, I got to understand who I am. I got to believe in myself. I got to know that the fact that I can't put limits on God, nor should I put limits on myself. I have to believe in that everything that I'm doing is intentional and it's for a purpose. Nothing that I went through in my life was to destroy me, but it's to make me stronger. It's to make me better. It's to allow me to pursue. It's to allow me to accomplish. It's to allow me to take back what the devil tried to steal away from me. Woo. So chapter 4 is my chapter.
Chapter 4.
I had to know who I am, people. You got to know who you are. You got to know who you represent.
Listen, get the book, y'all. Get the book. Chapter 4 is that's my chapter. But interestingly, Pastor Sabrina said it's her chapter too. She said she.
Oh, hey, that's my yaya, y'all. That's my yaya. Yeah, that's my girl. She's my accountability partner. Iron sharpens iron. What can I say?
Amen. Amen. Yeah, she said she loved that chapter. Listen, guys.
Yeah.
Tonight we're talking about effective living, the book. It's been 1 year now. The book has been produced. This book ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be working this book around the country and around the world for a while because I wanted to make sure that the book was not just another book, but I wanted it to be a tool that people can use.
Yes.
In season and out of season, young and old. You understand what I'm saying? If life is going really well for you, that's fine. Guess what? You'll still discover that the book is so full with principles that the truth is nobody has it all together. And you can get a light bulb moment in areas that, I never thought about that before. Now, here's the deal. I like what she mentioned earlier. It's not only to have read the book, it's about applying the information in the book so that you can get the fruit from what the book is supposed to produce. Now, Elder Della, when you look at the book, what quotes, statements really like jumped off the page at you? And I know one was in chapter 4, the opening, but let's talk about anything else that really, this right here was significant for me. You want to highlight one or two of them for us, please?
Yeah, actually, you know what? It's a couple of them that I wrote down here in chapter 3. And in chapter 3, you were talking more so about that. Let me see, balanced life. And, you know, I like what your quote started it, where it says, I'm creating a life that I don't need to take a vacation from. And, you know, when I first read that, I was like, you know what? Every day when you live in your life intentional, that means you get a pleasure and you enjoy what you're doing. You enjoy this life. And so whatever you're doing, if you enjoy it, you don't want to, take a vacation. Because look, there are times and jobs, and I've been in a situation where every day I'm like, oh my God, what month I'm going to take? You know what? Let me go see what they got on sale because I need to go travel somewhere. And so this is one of those moments that I don't. And the second one, I think also is in chapter 3, where it says, a purposeful, balanced living will give you the strongest desire to keep moving forward, even on your most challenging days. You know what? A lot of people say, I can't tell you have kidney disease. I can't tell you go through the stuff that you go through. I said, that's good, because I don't want to be recognized as a patient. I don't want to be recognized as sorrow. I want to be recognized as a thriver. Somebody that's surviving. Look, I live with kidney disease. Yes, I have it. I have kidney disease. Yes, I have lupus. Yes, I have these challenges, but they don't have me, baby.
Come on,
that might be a situation that it is. That's just a situation, but the situation don't dictate the outcome. I done said it twice to you. It might be the situation, but it don't dictate the outcome. And they like, I can't even tell. Good, baby, because then I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm living that intentional, purpose, balanced life.
Come on. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a place where you belong. And our greatest pursuit in life is to find that place. We started in the book with chapter 1, and it talks about the why. You got to tell yourself, listen, why am I here? And then when you understand the why, Elder Della mentioned it just now. She mentioned that all of the pieces come together with the understanding that this didn't happen to me. I experienced this, and what it did was it made me who I am. If I can interpret the right meaning for this thing can turn itself out for my good. So the scripture says this: all things work together for the good to them that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. Purpose is the why.
That's it.
Okay? Purpose is the why. And here's the deal. The book starts off with the why. You got to know the why. Now, here's the deal. After I discovered that all that I went through in life, and I came out to being who I am today, I decided, you know what, Ricardo? Boy, you have had a journey. You have had a journey. And here's the deal. He ain't done with me yet, because my mantra, Elder Della, my mantra is getting better with age.
Woo!
Come on. Getting better with age. Listen, if you're watching us tonight, go ahead and declare it right now. I am getting better with age. Hey. I'm getting better with age. Ain't no stopping me now.
That's it.
Whenever you get up in the morning, you got to tell yourself, another day is another chance to begin.
That's it.
Again.
That's it.
So what you're going to do is figure out, how can I take it to another level?
That's it.
Baby steps if necessary, but make them steps. Make
Make
those steps.
those steps. Baby steps are necessary, but don't devalue those baby steps.
Don't
Because
devalue.
many wins
Yeah.
leads to a macro win.
Yes.
So claim your many wins.
Listen, our time went by so fast, man. So at the end of the day, just challenge our viewing audience. How and why should they get the book again? We've talked about it, but your challenging remarks to our viewing audience before we close the talk.
If you're talking about really thriving, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to start off with. If you're talking about not just surviving, you talk about just not living just because you got to live, like go to the job, get a job, work and everything. But when you talk about living a purposeful, intentional, balanced life, you need to understand and know these principles. You need to know who you are. You need to know your why. You need to understand what is the purpose. You need to look back into your past so that you don't stay in your past. For your future, because you know your future is going to be greater. You need to make transformational changes inside your life. All of these things that I'm talking about is in the book. And I challenge you this day. Pick up your copy. And from chapter 1, I guarantee you won't be putting it down. And as a matter of fact, I challenge you not just to read the book, study what is in the book. Because God will reveal himself to you like never before. He would illuminate why you've gone through what you've gone through. But then he's going to give you 2 words. I am. And then you got to fill in the blank. I am what? What is your I am? Because the book talks about your I am. What's your I am? I would love to know what's your I am. So, Coach Miller, when they come back and tell you what they I am, then please let me know. Because I know I'm all that. I'm a mover, baby. I am a shaker, baby. I am a way maker, baby. I am a game changer. Let's go. That's what you did. That's what your I am supposed to say. I'm a survivor and an overcomer.
I'm a survivor and an overcomer. I want everybody to put that in the comments. I want you to write it. I think it's a reminder.
It's a reminder.
I'm a survivor. I'm an overcomer. I'm all that. God is on my side. Here's the deal. You're watching us tonight. Don't procrastinate. Don't put it off for tomorrow.
Don't put it
Embrace it right now.
That it is.
Embrace it right now. Listen, Elder Della Major, thank you for spending this time with me. We're going to have to do this again. Okay, we have to do this again. But as we close, tell our viewing audience how they can follow you and connect with your platform and your message, because you're an encourager, you're a motivator, you're a game changer, and people need to connect with you because here's the deal. Next stop, the top. We going up.
There it is, baby. There it is. Well, you know, I'm on too. You can reach me actually on my Facebook page, my business page, and my personal page. My personal profile is Facebook. I am Della Major. You can reach me there, but mostly come on over to my my business side, which is called You Can Live. Yes, You Can Live is the actual name of my nonprofit, and that's what it's all about. It's transforming lives along that line. Also, my website is www.youcanlive.com. You can reach me on there, and then you also can reach me here on YouTube. I have my own YouTube channel. You can live just by doing the basic search. So all of those platforms is there. Reach out to your girl. I'm right here to tell you, you can make it, you can live, and you are an overcomer.
Elder Della Major, everyone. You blessed me today. I'm telling you guys, I'm loved by Chicago. And as soon as I get my second shot, I'm heading to Chicago. It's one of my stops on my national tour, because I'm doing some stuff across the country, and y'all gonna learn more about it in the weeks and months to come. But Elder, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Continue to crush it, continue to excel. Love and appreciate you. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.